You've probably heard people talk about fixed and growth mindsets, right? These ideas have really changed how we think about potential. Today, we're doing a deep dive into Carol Dweck's big book, Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. Our mission really is to unpack what these mindsets mean, but maybe more importantly, why they have such a quiet, powerful control over, our daily lives, from school to work, even relationships. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah. And what's fascinating here is just why it matters so much. Dweck's work, it isn't just abstract theory. It actually shows how our mindset changes, like how our brain physically responds when we make a mistake. So with a growth mindset, an error isn't just failure. It lights up brain areas tied to learning. Mistakes become data, useful data, not just dead ends. And that perspective, well, it shapes everything, how we face challenges, handle setbacks, and ultimately how much we actually grow.
Okay, so let's define them simply. First, the fixed mindset. This is basically the belief that your core qualities like intelligence, talent, maybe even personality, they're just static, set in stone. You kind of have a certain amount, and that's that. You either got it or you don't. And changing it, not really possible. And then you contrast that with the growth mindset, which sees those same things, intelligent, talent, not as fixed at all, but as things you can actually develop, through hard work, good strategies, learning from others, really sticking with it, persistence. And this is where it gets really interesting, quite liberating, actually.
Right. And Dweck, she really backs this up with tons of compelling examples, real-life stuff. It comes from decades of psychological research, watching how people react to, well, difficulties and chances to learn. Think about, say, Michael Jordan or Serena Williams, Thomas Edison even. Their amazing success wasn't just raw talent. It was fueled by incredible effort, this deep belief they could get better, and understanding that practice really builds potential. The book points out how they handled failures, seeing them as chances to learn. That's a hallmark of the growth mindset they embodied.
So, what does this all mean for you listening right now? I think one of the real strengths of the book is how widely it applies. It's not just for, superstars. Like, imagine you're a parent. Instead of saying you're so smart, which can accidentally foster that fixed idea, a growth mindset approach means praising the effort, saying something like, wow, I really admire how you stuck with that tough math problem even when it got tricky. See the difference?
Exactly. Or in your career, facing a setback, a fixed mindset might make you think, oh, I'm just not cut out for this. It
Yeah.
feels final.
Yeah, devastating.
But the growth mindset reframes it. It becomes a chance to learn something new, maybe pivot, gain a new skill. It's an opportunity, not an endpoint. And think about relationships, too. A fixed mindset might see an argument and think, well, we're just fundamentally incompatible, seeing flaws as permanent. Whereas the growth mindset sees conflict as, okay, a chance to understand each other better, to grow together. It shifts the focus from, are we broken, to, okay, how can we work through this? It's a really practical tool for unlocking potential in yourself and others.
But it almost sounds a bit simple, like just change how you think and everything works out. Does Dweck mention any common mistakes people make with this? Any pitfalls?
Oh, absolutely. That's a really important point. Dweck is clear that growth mindset isn't just about praising any old effort. Blind praise isn't helpful. It has to be about smart effort. You're learning from what didn't work, trying new approaches, asking for help, applying yourself effectively. And it's also not about saying talent doesn't exist or that everyone starts at the same place. Of course not. But it is about understanding that effort, strategy, and learning can significantly multiply whatever talent you start with. It's not magic, but it's a framework for continuous improvement.
Yeah, that makes sense. So our deep dive today, it really underscores how powerful just understanding your mindset can be. And more importantly, actively shifting it. It's a concept that can genuinely redefine what seems possible in your own life.
Definitely. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, maybe it raises an important question for you to think about. How might really cultivating a growth mindset change your entire journey? Especially through the tough stuff, the inevitable challenges and setbacks life throws at you. It kind of transforms those obstacles, doesn't it? From things that stop you into, well, necessary steps for learning and getting better.
A really powerful thought to end on. Thanks for diving deep with us today.